Good day, grade 7 learners! Welcome to our quarter 1 course, which is ICT, and we are now in our week 5 lesson. We are still in our topic about productivity software, and we are using MS Word. We have started exploring the different tools and commands that we can use in creating document files. And for today's lesson, we will continue learning other functionalities of this software. Then join me for another fruitful discussion. Our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learner shall be able to create a simple document with automatic table of contents. Practice safe and responsible use of auto table of contents. Recognize the importance of auto table of content and inserting citation reference in word processing. Let's review what we've learned yesterday. It's all about page break. There are 3 ways for us to insert a page break. In short, inserting page break means ending the current page and move to the next page. It is a page separator. So instead of pressing enter key multiple times just to go down to the next line and until the next page break works when the text you are writing only fill the half of the page. So here are 3 ways on how to insert a page break. Position your cursor on where you want to insert the page break and then click on Layout tab and select Breaks and then choose Page. Another way, position your cursor on where you want to insert the page break, then click on Insert tab and select Page Break. And the shortest way or the keyboard shortcut to insert a page break is that position your cursor on where you want to insert a page break, then press Ctrl plus Enter key. Sabay. So that's it. Now let's have this puzzle. We have here a four pick to know the mystery words. And what might this be? Very good. Our answer is auto table of content. So, auto table of content. Our lesson will focus on the discussion and application of automatic table of contents, citations, or references for responsible writing. Or have you seen a table of contents? Yes, of course, because all of you have reading already your modules and your books. Since the day you started attending school. So the table of contents is the roadmap to each portion of your writing. Whether you're writing a large essay or potential bestseller, the table of contents will allow readers to locate specific information or revisit their favorite parts within the text. Now, let's go and learn how to insert automatic table of contents. First, make sure you apply a heading style to the primary section title and the subsection title in your document. So here, I will be showing you where is the heading style located. It's just above your screen. Okay, so you have to select a heading style to the primary section title and the subsection. So here, my example, this is the introduction here is your primary section title. So you selected this and then you choose a heading style from this portion. So, see, it's important. That's the first step. Okay, next step, click references and then table of contents. Click the arrow down and select automatic table 1 or automatic table 2. Okay, so you have to click references, this one, and then table of contents, and then choose automatic table 1 or automatic table 2. And then the system or the software will generate an automatic table of contents. This will be a system-generated table of contents. So that's it. It's as simple as that. Okay? Now, when you are adding another chapter or another, section, heading in your document, make sure to update the table. Okay, here. Just click the table that was generated by the system and then this one will appear. Update table. So you click on this part and then you will update your table. Okay. I am now showing you how to insert auto table of contents on your documents. Watch till the end and follow the procedure. So here, I open a file, a research paper. So this is only an example, okay? Assuming we have already encoded some text content. So we have 4 pages here. We have 4 pages of documents here. And I have the first page here is blank because I will be putting here the table of contents that will be generated by MS Word. So I will select the header, introduction, and I have changed the style by choosing some style over here on the top portion of your screen. So I choose heading 1 in every chapter. Yan. And yung mga subtitle under each chapter, I choose heading 2. Just like for example here, this method is a heading. And this research question here is a subtitle. So I choose heading 2. Participants is a subtitle. Data collection analysis is a subtitle. So we are now applying some heading style. The next is we are now ready to generate the table of contents by clicking on references, table of contents, and automatic table number 2. And charan! So here is the automatic table of contents with assigned page number. Now, if I will going to continue typing and coding, okay, another chapter of my research paper, here, like for example, I will now make my conclusion chapter or, conclusion. So I will be giving now some conclusions about the research that I am working on. So I'm typing some text here, typing some text here. So of course, we need to add the conclusion chapter in the table of contents. Yes? So I have to design or to put some style. Style is heading 1 again. And as you can see here, conclusion chapter is not included. So what we will do is we click on this part and then update table. And then update entire table and then click OK. So here, it's already been included in your table of contents with, of course, the page number. Okay, so it's an automatic table of contents while doing your documents. That's it. So let's try. Okay, let's try to generate an automatic table of contents by doing this hands-on activity. So open your MS Word software on your computer and then open a new document. In page 1, type in chapter 1 and then command page break. On page 2, type in chapter 2 and then command break twice. Okay, page break twice. On page 4, since you command page break twice, you skip page 3. On page 4, type in chapter 3, then page break twice again. And then on page 5, type in chapter 4. Now, apply heading styles, just like what we did a while ago. And then, apply auto table of contents. Okay? So just review the video that I've shared to you and follow the steps on how to apply heading styles and how to apply auto table of contents. Now, let's go to references. What comes into your mind when you hear the word references? Yes, research or research paper. That's where we can see our references. Another, acknowledgement. Another, citations. Another one, sources of information. We can also connect bibliography and we can also involve notes. And lastly, credits. Citation, references. Citations are ways to acknowledge the sources of information that you used in your work. Both citations and references are crucial components of writing. It also provides a crucial roadmap for your research approach, giving your readers the knowledge they need to locate that source again. So for example, according to Brown 2022, sandwiches are best made with whole wheat bread. So this is according to Brown. You are mentioning Brown, the one that says sandwiches are best made with whole wheat bread. Okay. Another example of citations is this one here with the page number so that your reader can also look for that statement. Okay? Yan. Brown 2022, page 13. On the other hand, referencing is the portion of the source that includes the details. Readers can determine the type of source being used for the material with the aid of references. So, references, Lionel. Oh, this is an example of references. This one, okay? So how are we going to insert this in MS Word while doing some, content or writing a research paper? You may be wondering why we actually need to put in all of this effort. Diba? Why are we unable to just use data from any source? Just type some data from any source and don't mention their names, their books, publications, the page number of their books. Because we wanted to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is using someone else's work without giving them proper credit. It involves using words, ideas, or information from a source without citing it correctly. Plagiarism is considered when you present someone else's work as your own, which can result in a copyright claim. So here are the steps in inserting citations and references in your work so that you will not be, facing some copyright claims and plagiarism cases. Here, click the Reference tab ribbon. Ayun. And then, select the Insert Citation button. From References, Insert Citation. So, steps in inserting citations and references in your work. Step number 3. Select the Add New Source from the drop-down list box. References, insert citation, and add new source. Fill up the needed information. Create source. And then click on the drop-down arrow key. And then select a source. So we have a lot of different sources, like from the book section, journal article, article in periodical, conference proceedings, report, etc., etc. Now, are you ready for another hands-on activity, grade 7 learners? Okay. Again, open MS Word on your computer. Follow the steps on how to insert citations. Use the following details below. So, how do you find the activity? Is it easy or hard? Can you follow? Do the following tasks on your TLE notebook. First, summarize today's lesson. Second, how updating is important in auto table of content. Third, emphasize the importance of giving credit to the owner of the information you had in your document. For day 2 activity, create a table of contents for this Word document. Follow the steps in making automatic table of contents. Here's the link of the file for you to download. That's all for today, grade 7 learners. If you have some questions, just message me in my Facebook account. Thank you also for watching, everyone. Agyaman nak. Watch out for next video lessons. So don't forget to subscribe.